What's up, guys? Here, this is Lucky, leader of T1G Nation, that one guild out of channel 1313. Going to show you a little bit of TOA 90 and 100. I know some of y'all struggle a little bit with team compositions or whatnot. My whole thing about TOA, and I've preached this time and time again, is bringing Vero as lead, 2 healers, and a violent nuker. My original team was Chasun, Chloe, come on, Chasun, Chloe, Vero, MK, and then you can bring either another nuker, another healer, or even Darian. I was a big fan of Darian when I was building up in TOA. Just loved him. He just, you know, that passive and defense break and whatnot. But for this instance here, I'm going to take Bella and focus on the boss here. All right. That was a big thing that I was telling a lot of my members and players. You know, when you're starting in TOA, it's Vero, obviously he's the PvP undisputed king, your 2 healers, your violent nuker to hit on that defense break, and you know, either Darian, Bella, a CC Mon that can kind of control the enemy, that starts with, you know, like Beretta or Tyrone, something that stuns AoE. Your 2 nukers, your violent nuker would be able to proc just like that, to bring as much damage as possible to one target. It's a long process, but you know, I consider this the safe team, so to speak. You know, your violent nukers can be obviously Wang. Theo is a good, you know, good option. If you have Ritesh set up as a, you know, violent nuke on HP CDHP, he's viable. Sig, if you have him on violent, set up for nuke, obviously. Perna's a really good choice too. Anything that is on violent at slot 4 CD. And I say violent nuker for the simple fact is, once that defense is broke, 1 or 2 or 3 turns on it should do enough damage to be able to take that monster completely off the board, regardless of what element it is. Vero's going to keep you clean. Your 2 healers are going to keep you, you know, sustained through the battle. Bella's going to remove buffs, break defense, and of course heal and attack bar control. So Bella is exceptional here. All right, let's manual this. Not really worried about Megan. Megan's not going to do a whole lot of damage. Bella's going to, you know, control the buffing on whatever monster I want to take down. Acasis obviously isn't too much of a threat, just with the healing. The main, I would go strictly straight for this boss. Alright, you want to wear him down as best you can, keeping in mind to save Bella's remove. Now here's why violent nuker, just look at that, 17,000 damage gone. Okay, he heals a little bit, but I'm not really concerned about his healing. Okay, so he's buffed. There's 4 turns right there spent on buffing. So AoE spam buff. We're going to remove right here. Bella has 50 ACC. I'm not worried about the wind and water, Casis and Megan. I want to take the boss. Once the boss falls, that's it. 90 passed. So we're going to focus strictly on Chiwu here. If we can get a proc seat, we got the proc. Violent nuker on a defense break. Excellent damage right there. Excellent. break the defense again. Now that defense buff is basically negated. Alright, so it's back to the normal defense that it would be without the buff. Still not overly worried about anything. I'm packing a punch. I can play with the attack bar, but I can see that my attack bars are pretty much set to go next. I'm not too worried about it. None of those monsters stun. Chiwu sleeps, but has a while to go again. I'm right there at the end, so I'm going to try to wear it down, keep that defense broke. I can spam a heal a little bit right here. I'm not worried about it at all. They don't pack a lot of punch. And then once I get Wang back up to spar, and his, look, finished by Chloe. There it is. 90 is extremely simple. Vero, 2 healers, a violent nuker, and of course you can bring Bella, Darian, Perna, whoever, you know, or even Griffin to play with, you know, to keep control of the turn count, excuse me. Alright, that's 90. Let's go ahead and show you 100. Same thing. If you could beat 90, you can beat 100. I'm going to change it. Let's use the same team. Alright, I focus strictly on the boss. A lot of people bring Hoa, and you can see right here the monsters used right here. Viramos, Belladine, Chasun, Beretta, Veridal, Hoa, Theo, Spectre, Bernard. You know, Hoa is great for attack bar control. Spectra, AoE slow. All of these are great monsters and very easy to obtain. You can beat TOA on plus 12 runes. So let's try 100 here, same team. This team poses a lot of difficulties to people because you've got the cleansing. You can't stack a whole lot of debuffs on Juno because she's got that passive that cleanses and heals. I just let auto do its thing. It's whatever. And why Wang targeted a water monster, which is blows my mind. It'd probably be best to target one monster at a time. Right now I got auto going. I can select one monster, but I can do enough damage to basically let my team hit whoever. But I'd recommend taking Juno out first. There's 3 of her versus 2 anvils. If you've got Vero, you don't really have to worry about too much of the debuffing because he's going to keep you cleansed, obviously. And all 3 of those light succubuses are going to spam their third, and Vero's going to basically keep you clean, or you'll just proc right out of it. You don't have any defense break here, so you don't really have to worry about taking a whole lot of damage. If you're manualing, I would try to save your Chloe shield till you get to the boss. And try not to spam your heals here because you're going to need them when you get to the boss. Once that defense is break, you bring a violent nuker, it's over. Alright, here we go. Here's the boss. Alright. This monster right here, this stage, on this rotation, it splits. Alright, you've got three incarnations. Alright. You have to manage, if you're going to attack them, you have to manage to kill them in a sense to where you do enough damage to take down both of them to stun the monster, and then you have to focus your attacks on that. But it's hard to bring a lot of DPS to this because it's so long and it does so much damage. So over the progression of this game, I have just focused on the boss, let auto do its thing. I'm not worrying about the splits. So I'm going to show you without the splits. And it can be a pain in the ass. See, and you have to do so much damage to those splits, it's ridiculous. Alright, I think you've got, what, maybe 5 rounds before she goes back in together. So if you wasted all those attacks on those splits, here, I'm going to show you splits after it happens. I'm going to show you how rather difficult it is once she splits. Okay, let's work on, okay, the green one. Alright, the green one attacks all enemies and recovers HP 100% of the damage dealt. Alright, and absorbs 25% of your attack bar. So every time you hit her, she's going to absorb your attack bar. And the red one is provoking and counterattack with Mind Break on every incoming attack. So, it's a lot. And it can be very aggravating and frustrating. It's going to take a long time. See how frustrating it is? Every time you attack this green one, she pulls your attack bar. Alright, now we'll work on the red one. Counterattacks. Every single hit. Removing buffs. Why didn't she get stunned? That's weird. Oh, okay, here we go. I thought she was supposed to be in hold on, what does it say? There we go, there's the stun. That was strange. Should have stunned right off the bat. Was that a glitch? Oh no, when the incarnations go to re-emerge, that's when she becomes in an oblivious state of stun. Didn't do a whole lot of damage, so I'd rather just focus on the monster, set it and forget it. I love when the green and red split. It makes going straight for the boss just so easy. She doesn't steal anything, she doesn't counter, nothing. It's just, it makes life easier. There we go. Triple proc. Substantial amount of damage right there. Now she's going to counter since the red stayed in. But I'm going to do so much damage when that violent comes around. That violent nuker, when Wayne comes around, hopefully should finish her off right here. So I've got 3 healers in here to sustain life, no problem. Vero to keep you cleansed, Chasun to bring you back from near death, and there it is. The violent nuker finishes on the defense break. That is how TOA 100 is done. There's different combinations. Keep trying it, different teams. Vero is obviously the PvE undisputed king. Don't give up. If you can beat 90, you can beat 100. Keep trying until you do. Good luck. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay true to yourself.